What's up, everybody? Thank you for hanging out. Another Willie Barcena'S drop-in podcast episode. I always have my guests, man. They're every time I have a guest, it's someone that I've known. We've met in the past. We had a friendship, etc., etc. This week, man. Well, you know, I'm just cut to it. My guest today is PJ. Now you know what? I've always just called you PJ, bro. So does that stand for something? PJ?
Peanut butter and jelly.
Really?
No, it stands for, my mom named me after two saints, hoping I would turn out good. And
Peter Joseph.
Patrick Joseph.
Patrick Joseph.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're like Irish Catholic.
Oh,
yeah.
You're good. You're a good Irishman. But by the way, let me tell you people about this cat, and then obviously he's gonna elaborate. We met more than 10 years ago.
Oh my God.
More than 10 years ago, bro. Yeah. He hired me for a gig, right? And okay, so I meet this cat, and you know, PJ is what you see. If you see, I don't think I've ever seen you. Do you have a shirt that's not a tie-dye, bro?
Yeah. My shirt underneath here says, "In a world of Karens, be a Martha."
Okay, there you go. I like that, man. But no, but I always see you in tie-dyes. So the way I met him is he hired me for a gig in this casino. I'm not gonna mention names. I don't want to get anybody in trouble.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do it without names, right? So there's this casino, and the guy is a particular religion, but he owns the casino, right?
Okay.
And then
Polygamist.
A polygamist. Well, he's from Utah, bro.
He only has 4 wives.
He has 4 wives?
Yeah, like
but,
5, yeah.
But then when he goes home like one day out of the week, that owner?
Well, he goes 3 days home, he's regular, and then he comes back and he's a party animal.
And then he's got like 5 chicks here.
Right.
The guy's just an animal, bro. Crazy fucking guy, man. And I like to interview that guy, bro. But if he probably wouldn't fucking say anything that's truthful, right? He's like, you know, I went to church yesterday. No, but so this is the way I knew this cat was cut out of a different cloth. I was on stage, and I go, I want a shot. You know how I usually say I want a shot? So this guy, it's usually somebody brings me a shot. He brings me 2 bottles, man. 2 tequila bottles. Not 1, but 2. And I said, nobody's ever done that, bro. I've asked for a shot and 2 bottles. And then I thought to myself, he knows I'm gonna get fucked up now. Like this is gonna kill the show. But you didn't give a shit. You were like, I looked at you like, bro, I can't drink all this. You're like, just fucking just be funny. And then I got to know you, bro. I got to know, you know, that was just you booking me. And then as I got to know you, I found out you okay. These things I'm gonna ask you, bro, because I don't know if you're still currently doing them or what. Because I know you're in the weed business, right? But when I met you, you had a farm, right? Or what do they call that?
We used to have, dispensaries and farms, but mostly like I'm a networker, kind of like.
I know you're a networker now, but when I met you, because you had those pictures of you and Willie Nelson.
We can't talk about those kind of farms. Well, we can, because then, like, you know, like we talk about Northern California and up in Southern California, and I grew up on the before it was legal. You know what I mean?
Right.
It went in, and it's kind of
like
funny.
you're original bootlegger, and then alcohol
hiding in the trees in the middle of the forest, listening for helicopters as a kid. You know, oh yeah.
What years are we talking about?
Those are the 70s.
The 70s, bro. So you would literally, you would be out there somewhere in the mountains.
Yeah, I wasn't a grower because I kill them, but because I'm impatient, I want to smoke them before they're done. But like I was a helper, like I was a grunt, you know, like cleaning and, you know, like.
You were learning the business.
Yeah, more or less. But, you know, it's kind of funny because I think that helped me when I became a chef, you know, because like numbers and stuff like that. I was really good when I got in there with numbers and stuff. And I think that had to do with, you know, doing what we did and, you know, like volume and, you know, like. Just business, you know, like on the cannabis side.
So the weed, so because I know you're there are a few things, man, that I know that you're good at it. One of them is, I don't know if you know this, Fabian, but he's a chef. PJ's a real chef, like world renowned. People know this guy. You know?
Damn,
Did you know that?
Well, I mean, it makes sense. It goes like weed and food, right?
Yeah, it's funny because in the early days we used to have cush chefs. You see those programs when they first started underground, like cooking shows, and we would loan our chefs out and do like pizza parties and stuff. But like I had to go incognito, because like I worked for Marriott's and corporations, and
Okay.
like, oh yeah, if they, like they probably knew, like, I mean, in Vegas they did. It's like they used to give me when we started drug testing, they say, hey, let's test out PJ on the, on the drinks you drink that make you
Right, the
be
P.
negative, but
Yeah.
like it didn't work for me, but like it was kind of funny, but yeah.
So okay, so you're a youngster in the '70s, man. There's something you don't want to talk about, bro, because we don't have to talk about it. But I know that there's those pictures where you have these. There's a lot of plants, bro.
Oh, it was crazy. Like the old days, like it's if you're just on the, like government land back
Okay.
then, everybody was just out growing. Nobody really grew on their property,
Okay.
like Fallbrook, California, that was a famous weed back then. And, you got Humboldt and stuff like that. It's, and like my brother, my oldest brother, he was like what you call like almost a rainbow child. Those, the ones that, the original hippies,
Okay.
Like, so like you go up north at 4th of July, there's a little town, Potter Valley there, up on the other side of Murder Mountain, a little ways from there, but it's just a little community. I don't care whether somebody's 90 years old or 20 years old, they're all in the cannabis, like
Yeah.
and most of them on the other side of the fence, like
Yeah.
I said. But yeah, I just grew up around it, and then, I've worked with companies have approached me. I've made candy for like Ziggy Marley, for Earth Research Labs, and won High Times Awards, like in Jamaica for recipes that we put together and stuff. So that's where the cooking came up, because like a lot of people would try to make stuff and it didn't taste good.
Right.
And
You actually made it taste good. 'cause
well, it's
you're-
funny because I had an argument with like the people that produce the oils and the concentrate, and they said, "Oh, it's the oil maker," and I said, "No, it's the oil maker and the chef, because it's like chemistry. It's like when you're sautéing,
Yeah.
like you go to make some scampi, you hit the alcohol in, the pan fills
Right.
up.
Right.
It actually cooks the alcohol out.
Oh, okay.
Okay, like as you just get the essence of it, the chemistry, and it creates a reaction to what you have in the pan. Cannabis, if you go over a certain temperature with concentrates, you basically, it's like near beer. You just make
Oh,
it. You
it kills the
stabilize
buzz.
it.
You're not gonna get that
you-
buzz.
You just
So
do
you
it.
guys, it's got to be just perfect, right? When perfect temperature.
Yeah, it's like butter. I make butter like 30 pounds at a time, but I use
Wheat
like,
butter? Like
yeah,
wheat?
yeah. I use like
Have you ever heard of wheat butter, Fabian?
I use like
no, I don't
No?
know weed, but
Angel has.
we use about
Who
80
buys wheat butter?
I got friends that get it from me because I like their cancer patients and stuff like
Oh,
that.
wow,
like
man.
like an average person probably, if they made weed butter, maybe put a 1/4 ounce of weed in a pound of butter. Like we use like 6 ounces of weed per pound of butter. Like because
Okay.
we have extra weed. You know what I mean?
Right.
People give it to us, and but it looks like butter, just big slabs of it, but just green, like
Right.
not lime green, but like caramels. My caramels, like
Yeah.
you make it. My caramels are deadly. I have friends actually gave me back my caramels one time. They said, "Hey, I can't do these, man." You
Why?
know what I mean? Because he said they were just too strong, and I said, "Well, like eat half." You know what I
Right,
mean? Like,
right.
I don't.
Well, you gave me some weed in Vegas one time. You gave me
Edibles.
edibles. I almost missed my show the next day because you gave me 3 bags, and I had never taken edibles in my life, and you actually brought like a gift basket,
yeah.
so I had a bunch of bags in there. So I gave bags to the owners of the club, the waiters. You gave me a lot of weed, bro. So I had 3 bags of gummies, and I was it didn't do anything to me at first. It doesn't hit you right away like alcohol.
That's where people make the mistake. Like Joe Rogan said, like just eat the head of the bear, like because he's, the hippies are making them. Like those are homemade, so like and you say.
But
hey,
they were packaged really well, man. Like if I didn't know it was edibles, it looked like you could buy them at 7-Eleven. I mean, the packaging was beautiful, bro. I gotta give you props on that. So I took a whole bag, and then I was in my room. This is after the show, right? It was Friday night. And then I'm going, nah, nothing happened. This is bullshit. That's what I thought, because I'd never taken edibles before. I said, this is bullshit. I go, fucking, this pussy generation and their edibles. So I was watching TV, and I was watching an interesting show. And I wanted to eat something, snack on something. So I had 2 more bags. So I literally had both, man, I don't know when it happened, but I freaked the fuck out, bro. I couldn't move my legs; they were paralyzed. So I had to take a piss. So I was army crawling around the hotel, and then I had to like slouch over the toilet and put my dick in the water because I couldn't hold it. I couldn't do anything. It was, man. And the next day, I woke up the next day at 8:00, and I was supposed to be on stage at 8:30. But I woke up and I was thinking it was 8:00 in the morning. But it was 8:00 the next day, the next night. And then the manager from the club is calling me, Willie, where are you? Because I'm always there early, I'm preparing, going over notes. And I'm like, I was freaking out. And then, so this is what happened. It's because of you, bro. So I go there, and Matt, right, from the Stratosphere, he's looking at me, and I'm trying to look like I don't want him to know, and he's just staring at me, and I'm going. He goes, "What's up, Willie?" And then in my head's going, "Oh shit, he knows, right? He knows." I go, "Fucking look cool, Willie." And then he goes, "Are you all right, Willie?" I said, "I'm all right." He goes, "Okay, you can go on stage, right?" Because yeah, bro. Okay, so I go on stage, and I kill, bro. I kill, right? I can hear the laughter. The jokes. I'm hitting with the jokes, and then I just said, "Man, I did it." I said, "Good night," and then they all clap, right? And I get off, and I told Matt. I said, "Hey, bro, what'd you think of that, huh?" And he goes, "Yeah, that was great, bro, but you only did 5 minutes. I was supposed to do like 40 minutes. I only did 5, man. But I didn't know. In my head, it was, bro. That was some crazy. Are you okay?" So you do edibles. I know you do candies. You do didn't you do soaps? Am I right?
We actually we did Floyd Mayweather's dad. I did his CBD rubs and his tinctures and that. That almost got me. Well, I don't want to bring that up, but you were at that.
Whatever. No, yeah. Whatever you don't want to say, don't say it, bro.
I don't care. It was kind of funny that day because. When we were eating and you were telling me about how Junior, Mayweather, he pulled you out like at the show.
Yeah.
And he said, "Man, you're the funny dude." And then all of a sudden we're eating, and then he calls me and we started getting into it.
Oh yeah, you. Okay, so Floyd Mayweather Jr. Got mad at PJ because Mayweather Sr. is his homie. They're really tight.
Okay.
And Mayweather Jr. is very, very protective of his dad, believe it or not, even though they had a falling out at one time.
Right.
Now they're close. So he doesn't like new people coming into the family. So here comes this white guy. You right?
Yeah, hippie, white guy,
so he was
undisciplined, so he's like, yeah.
So what did he thought you were like trying to take advantage of his dad and
cause and I can understand that because that's the way that world is. You know how that stuff goes, but it's like it's kind of funny because when I met his dad, it was we were doing a fundraiser with Snoop Dogg and Daz and all the Dog Pound in Vegas, and that's when I met his dad.
This fucking knows everybody, bro.
And my friend that did the Raider Stadium had a yacht, like a $25 million yacht in Fort Lauderdale. They just wanted to get rid of because it cost like $65-70 a month just to keep docked and for the cost. It was like 200 foot. It's crazy. And so I met Pops, I call him now, Senior, at the thing. And then I thought, hey, man, your son has a Pat in Florida, he got a dock, and like, hey, you want to pick up a $25 million boat for, $500,000, and hey, I'm making 50K out of it, so I'm like happy, and that's kind of how I met him.
But then you really got close to family. You started going over his house, over Senior's house, right?
Well, it's kind of funny, like we we were at the airport, our first trip when we were supposed to go to Florida, like my friend left in his jet, and then we were, the people that were with Pop said that his son was going to take us up there, but some mix-up came. So they called and said, hey, you guys need to book your own flight up there. So I said, I'll, I fly in private jets, and then I fly Southwest. So I said, well, hey, I want you to know, like, all my friends are gone. So, like, and they said, could you take Floyd's dad? And I said, oh, shit. And I told my daughter, I said, as long as he's all right with free peanuts and a Coke, we're going Southwest,
Right.
And so they sent me his birthday, and I booked the flight, and we got out there, and it was just, it kind of funny. It turned out that it was like a sham. Like the people that were supposedly working with his son really weren't, and we ended up getting rid of the boat. But the whole thing, I almost I fought with a priest that day that was supposedly in a charity with them. It was just a crazy time. Had a great time on the yacht. The crew. Floyd was shadow boxing with the chef and the captain, and we had an excellent time. But it was, I'll tell you a funny story. What really bonded us, like he had all his white TMT gear on, and we were going through the airport. Everybody stopping him, So it took us like 2 hours. But we get there early last Southwest entrance or terminal, but nobody's there yet. And I give him his coffee, Starbucks. I go, here, Floyd, and I call him Champ then because I just met him. I go, here's your Starbucks. He went to open it, and it just spilled all over his white pants. And Starbucks, is like dark coffee, and it looked like, literally, I'm just being honest, it looked like
Floyd peed.
Looks like he just crapped his pants. And I was like, and so I was like, whoa, shit, what are we gonna do? Because all the luggage was in the, loaded, and I'm like, hey, let's go in the restroom, and there ain't no doors. So we went in, and I said, and I only known him, I only met him probably 4 times at this point.
Okay.
I went to his house to pick him up, met his wife at the door. So, very,
You're talking about Junior? Talking about Junior?
No, Pops.
Oh, okay,
Senior.
Pops. Okay.
And I say, hey, why don't you get in the restroom, take your drawers off, and I'll wash them in the sink, and he said, I ain't taking my drawers off in the sink. And I go, well, hey, we got to wash them, with them on. And so, it was, I wish I could get up and demonstrate, but it was crazy, man, because he got against the mirror, and he grabbed his, and he grabbed his shorts, it is white, and he had them stretched out, and then I say, yeah, grab your junk, and he grabbed his junk, and I literally had my hands with paper towels inside of his pants, to one side and the other. But I was underneath them, and he was facing this way.
We need the mic. We need the mic.
I was watching the door, and we got done with the one side, and I got to the other side. I said, yeah, switch sides, and he's on his tippy toes, and some guy walks in, and all he sees is a grown man. Sees a grown black man standing with his back, and he sees me down by his legs, doing this. And I said, "Oh man, we got to hurry up. They're going to be busting in the. They're going to come." And as soon as I got done cleaning the middle, it was just crazy. He lifts his pants up. Security comes running in, and they're like, what's going on? Oh, Mr. Mayweather. And then they go, somebody said, and I go, hey, man, he spilled on his pants. And,
right.
And that was our bonding. And so, my joke.
You guys became homies after that?
Well, after I told him, hey, people want in your pockets, but I've been in your pants. So it's kind of funny joke. But when we got back, my daughter said, only you would do that. Most, she said,
well, you're a crazy fuck, bro.
Well,
you're out there, man.
She was referring to the fact that, I think that, most people wouldn't have done that, been embarrassed by it, but it was it was just crazy. It's just one of them things, but, you spurred the moment. But all in all, it was a great trip, and we became friends. We go walking 3-4 times a week, and I take him to, it's crazy. I take him to boxing matches like the tank fight and stuff, and
we're talking about senior.
Yeah,
Mayweather senior.
And it's fun. It's like I said. You can understand people like that because everybody's always like trying to take advantage. So you see why like their relatives are like that. And to be honest, like me, I could care. Like it's like you, me, we all put our pants. One time I had to dress up because I always told them if we have to go somewhere and like I got to get suited up or something, let me know. Because I got no problem. But and. So it was at the Encore with Shaq. We was spinning records, and so we went to go down there. And so
was friend, a party? It was Shaq's party?
Yeah. It was my friend gave me a like a zoot suit kind of setup, like he had the costume.
Right.
And when Floyd pulled up and the Pop pulled up in the valet, I came up and said, "Let me get your car." He's like, "Ooh, man, you dress up good." And I go, "Man, I got to have it back by midnight." Or I turned into a pumpkin. But yeah, that was. He's just a fun guy. We've traveled. We've done stuff. It's kind of funny because, like, the Lakers coming down the day Kobe died, I brought him and his wife down because I used to feed the Lakers, man. I used to feed Kobe and Shaq and during their heydays, man. Right. And when they were in the playoff in 99, 2000. So it's kind of funny. And then Shaq lives in Vegas now, like, so my friend just got done doing a commercial. But those are the good people that you meet, but it's kind of funny. A lot of times people, I think a lot of people on that side or the TMT thought that I was using him to
like you were trying to take advantage.
Taking advantage of him, but they didn't understand. Like when I took him to the Coliseum on the field for the NFL game, like I was my.
No, you always pay, bro.
Not only that, it was my, like my people I knew, like he just happened to be with me, and that's the hard part, and I could understand it. But like 6 years, 6 years I've
I'll tell you.
Out with that kid.
No. One time you invited me, man, to this cat invites me. He goes, "Hey," he doesn't tell you. He just goes, "Want to go to a Laker game, right?" This is like two years ago, right? This is like 2 years ago. And then he goes, "Want to go to a Laker game?" I said, "Yeah, let's go to a Laker game." He goes, I got a ticket. But when I get there, he goes, "Oh, we got a nice suite. And we got food, we got drinks." So this guy goes all out. And there was a comedian, which I'm not gonna mention his name. I don't know, you didn't see this happening because we're waiting for somebody else so we can go up to the suite at Staples. And so this comedian comes up and I asked you, "Hey bro, can I invite him?" And this comedian, man, he's trying to big league me. I was trying to be nice to him, and I was like, "Hey bro, yeah, Willie, yeah, yo, it's cool. Like trying to be like brushing me off, and I was like, "Oh, this motherfucker, all right, bro." I was inviting them to your suite because you said I could, and I think 2 weeks later, he texts me, right? "Hey man, I'm sorry, I was in a hurry because I was with my son." I said, and I told him, "No, bro, I know you're with your son." And I remember he was with his son. And I wanted to tell him, "Hey, why don't you bring you and your son to the suite? Because they treat you like a king, bro."
Oh, hang out.
First time I ever had with you was, I don't know if you ever had this, Fabian. You got to try it, bro. Because this guy ordered lobster grilled cheese.
Yeah.
Lobster grilled cheese.
Lobster grilled cheese, bro. People, I know there's people out there that have tasted it. I know it sounds bizarre, it sounds crazy, but if you've never had lobster grilled cheese, damn, that was good,
That's
bro.
off the hook. That was good.
Yeah, bro.
Remember that caramel apple?
Bro,
There was
I
like
don't know.
big.
It's the chef, bro. The chef goes
crazy.
all out. And speaking of going all out, I gotta tell you guys something about PJ, man. So we became friends throughout the years, right? More than a decade ago, he hired me, and he had a boathouse. Where it's like literally, it's huge. This thing was huge. He had a boathouse, and at the time I was still with your mom, bro. So this had to be like 6 years ago, then, right? No,
This was 2020.
2020.
Yeah.
It was during COVID.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, I think it was like the summer of 2020.
Holy shit,
Well,
bro.
about 5 years ago, 4 years ago.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so I was still with your mom, and
last
And-
month. No, just kidding.
Shut up, dude. So it was.
We tried.
So no.
I left flowers.
No. This is
It's
the.
our
I gotta
last
tell
family
you.
vacation.
Talk about a solid dude, man. Check this out, Angel. We get there, all right. The houseboat, right, has 2 refrigerators, bro. I mean, I'm not talking about like little ones like that. No, refrigerators that you have in your house, bro. Open up one of them, full of booze, bro. Beer, all of it from top to bottom, beer. You open up the other one, snacks, hot dogs, hamburgers.
No. The other one had like weed soda,
No,
weed
no.
gummies. Yeah, no, it had weed soda in it.
Yeah,
right?
I had the wheat
with
soda.
soda?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the wheat soda. Yeah, the wheat gummies. Yeah.
No. I was gonna get to that. No, but but you put a shitload of food in for us, bro. And then on the side there was a jar. Listen, people, I am not exaggerating. Fabian, you remember
Yeah.
a jar this big of weed,
I remember there was jars all over the boat. It was like you like
bro. You these guys thought they were like Disneyland, man. But it doesn't end there, guys. So we're at the lake, right? And there's jet skis. Everybody has jet ski, wave runners or jet skis. What are they called?
Wave runner.
Wait,
jet
yeah.
ski.
Same shit, right? Wave runner. You sit on them like motorcycles for the water. So everybody's having fun, blah blah. And then I called you and I said, PJ, I got my boys with me, man. I says, do you own it? I was asking to see maybe you had one at your house and you could bring it over. So I go, PJ, do you have a jet ski? And you go, no, why? I go, because the boys want to know they could borrow it. And this is PJ, man. He goes, I don't have a wave runner, but I'm gonna go buy 2 right now. And he went and bought 2 just for you guys, bro.
I know.
And
that
he
was
showed
fucking
up.
Super
Bro,
cool.
that was badass, bro.
That
and that
was
was you.
good.
Well, that was and you know what? For me, it was awesome that you guys had a great time. Do you know what I mean?
Oh no, yeah, I had a blast, man. I was high the whole time.
You were that was a good time. You were,
Bro, that was good. No, I thank you for that, brother.
Yeah.
And let me ask you, man. I know you've done business with Mike Tyson.
Well,
Did you guys ever
Mike-
work together?
I know Mike from the boxing kind of world as a chef. It's kind of funny. And then my friend that owns Las Vegas Lighting in Redwood is the grow that they do and where they grow all the stuff. So it's kind of funny because like I'll have somebody invite me to an event, and then at the same time I'll at a cannabis event. Like we were just at Champs, and it was funny because I had Pops, Floyd's dad on it. Well, it's not funny, and I apologize, I'm not laughing, but he was trying to give Pops a hit, you know, like
Who was,
there
Mike?
Mike, and there was thousands of people. I showed him the picture, and it was like
He didn't want to.
no, like you know, Floyd, they're athletes, so you know, like
Oh.
he don't smoke, even
Okay.
though he never smoked, drank. Pops,
You're
and
still in good
senior.
shape, bro. Senior's in shape.
And he, so I leaned over and I said, "Hey,
Gotta stay with the mic, brother.
Mike was there, and Pops. I go like, "Hey, Mike, you know, Pops don't smoke." And Mike said, "PJ, sit the fuck back." I was like, "Hey, no problem." And then, he grabbed Floyd's face, and before I could even move, and he gave him a huge shotgun. And there's like thousands of people there at the thing, and I was like, man, I was texting his wife, "Hey man, you're gonna get a phone call probably and stuff, you know." And
When was this, bro?
this
When
was just a few months ago, man. It was just crazy, and then yeah, it was wild. And but
So
then
did you-
like you know, like it's like his wife said, you know, we're over his house. We go over his house, the hangover house. I was telling them, we just they just had a party there, and they had a you know like lit a girl on fire. Didn't hurt her. I mean, like kind of optic stuff.
Yeah.
It was just like crazy. It's just fun. That's the thing about Vegas. You know, there's always something.
You're always in.
There-
I remember you. Okay, I'll tell you an incident. I'll give you an incident. Check this out, baby. PJ invites me to lunch, and then with his buddy. And I'm gonna tell you now, bro. I know you guys aren't friends anymore, but I'm a street kid like you are, you know. And I have survival instincts, you know, and I can read energy. And he introduced me to this cat, and he was too slick for me. The guy he was like probably in his early 40s, you know, good looking dude, handsome, right? He has this gorgeous girl next to him, and he had a gorgeous girl next to PJ. I mean, these girls were they were fine, bro. You know what I mean? They were 10 plus, but the other guy's being real slick, and I know he's kept talking money with you. He kept talking money. And I kept looking at you. I was just quiet. I was just quiet. I was observing. Just observing, you know. And then the chick that's super hot, she had to be like 23 years old, 24. She kept putting her arms around PJ and like rubbing him and telling him like, you know, just. And I was going, oh, this fucking broad, and he kept talking about, oh, you know, a house in Costa Rica only costs this much money. And then I'm just watching PJ, watching PJ. And she's like, oh, you know, if you just, all I need is 30,000 and like that, while she's like kissing him on the cheek. And I only go, oh man, I wanted to say something like, this bitches are fucking, you know, they're trying to play my boy. So then they left because, I don't know, they had to do something. And then it was just me and you at the end in this restaurant. And I told PJ, I go, look, PJ, it's none of my business, bro. You're a grown man. But you know that girl was trying to play you, right? And he goes, of course I fucking know she was trying to play me, bro.
It's funny.
Like he knew the whole time, but I thought I saw him as a victim, you know? Like I gotta save my boy, but you just like that they were hugging and kissing you up, bro.
We went out to a sushi place the day before, and that was actually the dude's wife. It was like crazy. That was his little toy from Costa Rica, and the guy was a scam. You know, like he just wasn't dishonest. But you know, you always protect myself. But it's funny because you just go. You know, that's one thing about Vegas. But we went to a sushi place, and it was funny. We were pulling in, and then we got out of the car, and when we came out, there was a note on the front window.
Okay.
And I go, oh, there's a note on there, and he picked it up. I'm not going to say his name, but he picked it up and opened it up, and it said, hey, you want to be sugar daddies, learn how to park. I guess because he wasn't parked straight, and somebody got offended. They left a note on there thinking like we were like had hookers with us, you know, like. And I was like, no, they're just like she was already trying to get over on me. I was just playing the game, you know, like. Yeah, it was crazy.
No, brother, yeah. But I was worried from, you know. Yeah. As a friend,
I feel like you're used to that. You see that all the time, probably.
Vegas is a melting pot. It's like people are rare. You know, the hardest thing about Vegas is like finding real people. You know, and like anywhere, but like Vegas, everybody comes there and then they end up living there. You know, like so you get a lot of like people from every city or every country, and then like so you know like you probably have a few more shysters or scam artists.
When you first got there, was it difficult to find the real from the fake?
Like I started going to school there when I was 12 at Bishop Gorman, the Catholic school.
In Vegas?
Yeah, in Vegas. So
you were 12?
12 when I started when we moved to
holy shit, there was nothing there when you were 12, bro.
Well, it's funny because like Jimmy the Greek's kid.
Bro, I was gonna say, bro, you were probably there before Bugsy Siegel.
Oh no, it was like that was Jimmy the Greek, Caesar Sarno, the guy that built the Caesar's Palace and that. It was a whole. We went to school. We were middle age. We were middle class. They had middle class back then. Catholic, Irish Catholic family.
Right.
That my parents could probably afford keeping us in there, but we didn't know. And but we went to school with all the Jewish bookkeepers and all the mob kids, like so it's funny. And then it's kind of funny because as a chef, I ended up. I'm not saying they're all mob kids. What I'm saying is I ended up doing some. I ended up coming and do work like the Fertitta family. That's like knew Andre Agassi and that. They're the people that started UFC that Dana White bought.
Okay.
And then the other family is Tillman Fertitta, and they own the Golden Nugget and Landry's and all the restaurants. So the one side of the families, they're both in the casino business. But I went to school. It's kind of funny. I ended up going to, when I left Marriott after getting divorced and got custody of my kids in the shit like 89, I went there to eat, and then the next day I was there working because all their chefs got fired because there was a big cocaine ring. Those were the wild days and stuff, and
okay, you jumped from 12 to fucking 89, bro.
Yeah,
Fucking,
it.
that's how, when you talk to stoners, bro, you gotta be dialed in because you fuckers jump from story to story because you think we're following you, and we are, but we're going, wait a minute. You were 12 at a Catholic school, and then you were a chef in 88. Fucking good weed, bro.
That's Mike Tyson 2.0.
Hey, bro, okay, what's the weed you're smoking right now, man?
This is,
did you grow it or did you buy it?
No, this is my buddy gave me this, donated it to me. This is Tyson 2.0.
Tyson, like Mike Tyson?
Mike Tyson.
Why is it called that?
It's just one of his strains, but that's his new. I've been lucky because we get to hang out with him a lot. Both things. I see him at fights when I'm with Pops, and then I see him on the cannabis side. Like I took when Floyd and them Pops. I wanted them to because I tried to get them involved. I said, "Hey, would you like a brand?" Because these same people, there's a little bit.
I want to get my own brand, my own weed brand. Can you help me do that?
You could do that right here. There's people that do that like right here locally. It's just what it is. It's all about following, and it comes down to, the weed business is kind of oversaturated as far as like.
Oh fuck! I'm just gonna sell to Willie Barcena'S fans, bro.
Yeah, no.
Right?
I think you have to show your fans that you can smoke weed. So
Okay, we're gonna.
No, not that one.
Why?
Not the dad joint.
Oh, you're a dick, dude.
They have that new dad weed.
No.
In California. It's half as strong.
Okay, PJ, what's in that weed? That's called Mike 2.0.
This is Mike Tyson weed. There's some great.
It's called Tyson because it knocks you the fuck out.
There's bubble hash in here.
Double hash?
Bubble hash.
Okay, what's the difference between regular hash and bubble hash?
Bubble hash is like they take the weed when the weed's growing now. Mm-hmm. They literally go out and cut the weed right from the stem in the fields now, and they freeze it.
Freeze it.
Oh yeah, it's a whole different science now.
Okay.
They freeze the weed, and then what they do is they take that weed and they put it in bins, like with netting, super fiber, and they put the weed in there with ice, and it's like ice wash. And what happens is all of it turns into hash. And what it is, it takes all the bud and that, and it just basically turns it into a solid, form. So like in the old days when we used to get hash, when I was a kid, if you ever seen hash come in, it never came from. Like, we didn't know it came from here. It came from, like, Lebanese or stuff like that. It was called blonde Lebanese or stuff. Yeah. It always looked like a water. Remember the old days, your mom always had the water bottle under the rubber thing? It always came in a mold like that. And I was, as a kid, like, well, I wonder if that's how they, do it. But it's a big chunk. But, it takes, to make 5 grams of, like, good hash, it takes, like, an ounce of weed. So, like, it's super concentrate. So that's what's in this.
So that's super concentrate.
Mike Tyson. Tyson 2.0. This is hash, some good bubble hash, and then a little bit of some wax concentrate.
Okay, brother, I'm gonna tell you something. I usually smoke cigars, all right? Everybody knows all right? But what are you giving me here? What kind of weed?
That's some Mike Tyson weed right there.
Is it?
Yeah. So that's the same thing, but it's the lightweight one. That's the dad one.
Is it called? What did you call dad one? Why did you call it dad weed?
There's a new brand. That's a new thing now. It's cannabis. And so now they have some brands that they actually make it so it's not as strong. Like I don't understand that myself, but they make it not as strong, so it's responsible. So you can be a dad and smoke it and not be. I guess I don't know. I don't understand it, but so.
Cool.
No stem, no seeds that you don't need. Acapulco Gold is bad as weed.
I like weed. Let me ask you something. I got weed questions for you because you're a weed connoisseur. When you want to make love, to your lady, what is it? Was it sativa or what's the other one?
Well, the
sativa and what?
Indica.
What is the other one?
Indica.
Okay, which is the one that makes you laugh?
Indica make the bananas rotten.
What do you mean?
Supposedly. You
Okay,
know,
okay. Which is the one that's supposed to? One is supposed to make you like sleepy and high, and the other makes,
Indica.
and sativa makes you.
Sativa is more energy.
Yeah,
you know,
because
like the energy.
I had this bright idea, right? Check this out, bro. You're gonna love this as a stoner. Faven. So I had this bright idea, right? I said, I'm gonna get some weed. With this, see now I'm gonna get someone in trouble. So I'm gonna get this weed, right? And make love.
It didn't work
And make,
out.
no, listen, bro. It'd be real romantic, right? And because they kept telling me, hey, if you smoke weed and you make love, it makes everything better. It accentuates everything. You know, you get better vibrations. But, bro, so I smoked weed getting ready to fucking, I took my Viagra. I was good to go, bro. I was like a fucking donkey, right? And then, I took the sativa. And then I was just cracking up the whole time, bro. I was just laughing with a boner the whole time, dude.
It didn't work out.
No, bro. So then this other cat tells me, yo, bro, you took the wrong weed. You need indica because it mellows you and makes everything slower.
Sativa's the body high, right?
I can, more of a body high or mind high. And then you got hybrid where they mix them where you get a little of both. It is kind of crazy. I probably in the last 2 years have been asked by women probably more than 20 times about, like, hey, you know, where that cannabis that makes you more horny, like it's whip for whip. I just went,
Now, is that a snot bubble, bro?
I'm like, you need that? You know what I mean? Like
Everybody needs it, bro.
Right. Yeah.
So, so you don't take Viagra or Cialis or anything?
I'll be honest, I just have my physical, like...
I'm not talking about your physical, bro.
My doctor want to know my regimen.
You're all right, you're fucking king cock. You're king cock, bro.
I've never taken Viagra, never taken an aspirin in my life.
Damn, bro.
Yeah, like...
You know what I think it is?
Yeah.
It's all the weed, bro.
No, that's what
weed. Because you never hear weed people die.
Look at Willie Nelson.
Weed people live forever.
Yeah, look at Willie. Like, shit, it's crazy. It's, there is a lot of medicinal, that's the thing about now. There is a side. I mean, I'm a hippie. I'm people go like, hey, what's in your jar? Like, hey, what's in your jar? I'm like, there's a little bit of everything in there, So, here's a commercial. This is something that you should do.
Okay. Where did you get? Who invented that, or whose is it?
Well, my friend had it made, and he sells them all over. But it's called the Whack It, W-A-K, and then I-T. And it's funny because it's like it got a little chain in there. Let me see. Like you used to.
Yeah, where's okay? Look at this. It's got a little.
Yeah.
We're gonna show it again.
Yeah.
We're gonna show it again, and we're gonna
And
so we're gonna show. You're gonna get some weed. So your buddy invented this?
Yeah. Well, no, I'm sure somebody over in China or somewhere, but he's the manufacturer here and he owns the product and he named it. And like I said, you can't really see it, but it's called the kind of Whack It, W-A-K-I-T. And I thought to myself, what a better commercial. They could have a girl banging on the wall and saying, honey, come out of there, and I know you're whacking it. And then you open it up, and he's like... and
oh, shit, that was quick.
that was easy.
Look at that.
And then they even have a thing that you put on and do that, and it's a cone, and it goes right into the...
Oh, really? To this?
Yeah, like that fits right in it.
Holy shit.
It looks like a champagne, like when you're at a cheap wedding where they got the plastic champagne cup. But it's heavy duty plastic there, and it goes right in. You just put the cone, put that on top. But yeah, that's Whack It. They're at Champ Show, so if you get in Vegas like this year, you got to come to the Champ Show.
Okay.
That's where that's where I usually like this. You hang out. You got Mike Tyson. We had Ric Flair there. I mean, there's more. I've always. My daughter said, Dad, don't embarrass me. But I took my kids to the Wu-Tang Clan the other day and stuff, and I got high, and my daughter was like, Dad, man, you're embarrassing us. You're calling Jackie Chan. And I was like, well, he's answering, and stuff.
Who did you call Jackie Chan?
Jimmy, he's the CEO of the Wu-Tang Clan.
Oh.
So I'm like...
this fucking guy.
Yeah. So... I told my daughter, I'm getting too old for that stuff, but she said, no, you're not getting too old for that stuff.
You're from a different generation, PJ. You're from the generation before politically correctness. Shut up.
Yeah.
You know.
Hey, but let me ask you this: you're like legit hippie, right? But you're also like a really good businessman. So how does that go
Yeah,
hand in
yeah,
hand with each other?
How can a guy that's so fucking stoned all the time keep his focus and
just be so successful.
and be a
Yeah.
successful businessman?
I
Can you give us a little bit of a
I just know for me, it like I work under confusion good. You know what I mean? So like it's always I was a hyperactive kid. We didn't have ADDT and all them alphabets back then and the pills. So like I was hyperactive, so we just got beat a little bit, more like by our parents. But I like confusion. I like going into, and that's what made me good as a chef. I could go into a hotel for like Marriott. They'd send me to the trouble hotels,
yeah.
but they didn't understand. Like you know what I mean? And it's what they never understood was they go like how the owner would go like how you turn the place around in 3-4 months. What was the employees? You know what I mean? Like I would go in and work with the employees. Like if I was, like I remember I was washing a pot at Boy Gaming, in the kitchen because my pot washer is out like thousands of pots. The buffets never stop. And the owner was behind me. I turned around and he's like, "What are you doing?" I'm washing the pot. You're the boss. And I go, "Hey, it don't know it. The pot don't know it. You know what I mean?"
The pot don't know.
I just need a pot. You know what I mean?
They thought he shouldn't be doing that. That was
Right,
beneath you.
Well, I got fired. Not fired, but like I did contract work. In my life as a consultant. Like when I met you, I just a guy said throw a party. I had to have fun, but I was doing a contract.
I love about PJ, bro. He'll get into anything, bro. Okay, I'll be a comedy concert.
Probably a month into the thing out in Vegas, the hotel, and the owner called me in and says, "Hey, you gotta stop working," and I'm like, "What?" And he's like, "Yeah, you gotta, like the other managers are complaining, and I'm a consultant, but I'm working with my crew and turning the place around, and I told him, man, I don't know how to work like without working, you know what I mean?" And so they ended up letting me go like about 30 days into it, but they paid me my whole year contract, all my bonuses, so that was crazy. So and they gave me a letter. I still have.
Okay, so I'm gonna correct me because the question was, how are you such a stoner and such a good businessman? And I listened to you. So the reason it works for you is because you're like everywhere. Like your mind is everywhere. So
don't shut down.
No, but it sounds like you really just kind of trust the universe, right? At the same time.
Yeah, I'm a positive energy guy. I think I believe in God. Like
you actually. No, wait a minute. I don't. So you do believe that, that there's a God?
I look at it. I don't know. Maybe you get older, you look at things a little bit differently, but. I look at it my whole life, and it's like, you think the Big Bang Theory, or, as science gets more, scientists can't explain things, because technology has gotten so they're like the Big Bang Theory. It's like, how do you get a butterfly and a moth? Think about that, 2 different species out of one, thing. I mean, how does that happen?
I just lost you. How did we get
who created that?
Who created a butterfly and a... They're
sure.
Okay.
What's your, and then you think about the highest point in the world is if you look at it geology wise, it's 100% confirmed they can tell it's been underwater. Okay. So there's things that you look at that you have to at least, I don't know, like myself, I at least question and go how does that. At the same time, you can go like, hey, how did I get cancer? Why? Or things like that, but it's, it's weird. It's
no, but you believe in God, bro. You believe in a higher power. One thing I know about you, brother, that I man, I want to do something like you're doing, and I'm trying to find a cause, and I'm sure we're gonna do it soon, Fabian. But this guy, talk about the food drive, bro. That you help the the people who are lower income and then the elderly. How do you do that in Vegas? Explain to me that whole thing, bro.
In Vegas, it's
Did you know this? Did you know this, Fabian?
No, I didn't know that.
Check this out, bro.
It's like the Just One project. That's a project in Vegas that started with an idea that these ladies had, and people come together. And that's one thing about Vegas, people network. So like I take Floyd down there and that, but they feed like 55,000 seniors. Think about that.
55,000
a week, and that's like
I've seen the pictures. You've sent me pictures, bro.
That is like we're handing them their. And we're talking about like groceries, like chicken bread. We're not talking about like seconds. Like stuff where you go in and you're at the grocery store saying, "Hey, give me the stuff that went bad." You know about like
55,000. And when people show up, when people get food, when you feed people once a week, right,
Sure.
with groceries, do they get? What time do you get there, bro? To
it's
to
going
help?
all week long because you got pallets coming in, you got produce, dairy stuff in freezers, so it's just like a regular business in reality. Like during the pandemic, at every school in Vegas, every 2 weeks, family could come and get bags of groceries. That like
Now,
Tyson.
what's the name?
Tyson,
What's the
it's
name of
called the Just One project, and that's one of the one. My daughter's favorite project, her NFT project that she's been working on for a few years, and that's been a weird. We started that with was some people, but that's really.
What did she do with that? Was it NFT?
It's getting ready to launch, but it's there were so many people that were famous that took advantage of. In all honesty, I'm not going to mention names, but a lot of people got sued because they basically said, "Hey, yeah, I'm behind this NFT or stuff," which is tied to cryptocurrency, but they didn't own it, But they used their social media platform to push it.
And what does she want to do with that?
My daughter's is different. It's like people that are like sports enthusiasts and stuff. Her Instagram and stuff.
Wait, where I lost you, bro? Because we went from.
Well, no.
Okay, help me out.
The NFT is digital art.
It's
right?
digital art.
Oh, I don't know, but
Yeah,
okay. What I'm saying, how does that tie in with what we were talking about?
No. Wait.
About giving to people and.
Well, no, he's talking about his daughter's foundation.
Because see, the way she did hers is, it's a give back. We're not out to make money. We're out to make.
What do you mean by give?
investment.
Okay, tell me. What do you mean by give back?
Giving boxing equipment and rings to youth groups that don't have the money, so they can get kids off the street.
And that's through her NFT.
Yeah, through that.
Okay,
the
got you.
shelter, the women's shelter in Vegas that helps women with kids that have been battered or need help, stuff like that. So like ours is totally different. To be honest, she's already given away stuff, or we already donated stuff, even though she hasn't launched, because so many people are taking advantage of people. In honesty, that like 50 Cent just on this morning said somebody hacked his account. They made $300 million in one. Think about it.
You gotta look that. Let's look that up, man.
$300 million in one day before he caught it, and he got a hold of Twitter. It just came out this morning, and somebody did a fake release because they do it. So like ours is legit. They're kind of we did it in honor of Pops, kind of, you know what I mean? So they're called Joy Boys NFT. They're like boxers. I have one, mine's in tie-dye, but it kind of looks like me, but in tie-dye, but like, I don't look, except the physique, badass thing and stuff. But yeah, those are made to basically, it's like a digital art piece that's actually made to so people can trade it and stuff.
I don't know. I didn't know. I kind of have an idea.
Yeah.
Digital art. You can only have it on your phone, right? Is that? Am I right? Or your computer?
I don't. Yeah, your computer. I don't know how. Is there like a digital bank that it goes to? Or
Once my daughter, that you got these metaverses now that you see that are coming out. Metaverses are like people have actually bought air or whatever in space and sold that, so they created metaverses to where that's crazy. It's stuff that I don't even get.
I don't get it, bro. They sell air. But then, you know, I don't know, 40 years ago,
Yeah.
if somebody would have said, "Oh, they're gonna sell water,"
Yeah.
you know, we all laughed. We would have laughed. You know,
Charge you for air.
there's no bottled water. Didn't start
Yeah.
to like.
No way, I didn't know
Well,
that.
well, they always had
You
the
never
big.
see, yeah, you
No, they had the big
drinking
ones,
fountain.
sparklets. They had
Yeah.
sparklets. The
Yeah.
big one, they would come to your house and put water if you wanted.
But yeah, drinking
But
fountains everywhere.
like a bottled water, they didn't exist. They didn't exist, bro.
You'd have been a freak if you walked around with a bottle of water back then.
Yeah.
It'd be like having a mohawk back then.
Listen, brother, man. I thank you, PJ. Thank you for doing this, man. Because I know you're a good dude. I wanted to talk about how you love giving back, man. Do you? Okay, obviously you do it because you care and it's very sincere. But do you feel that people that have, right? Like, let's say you're blessed, right? You believe in God, so you're blessed because you have things that a lot of people don't. Do you feel that because you have these things that you need to or should give back? Is that why you do it?
I think everybody should. Number one, we don't own anything. Like in reality, like if you think about it, like when I'm gone 20 years from now, the house that I strive to buy, somebody else gonna be living in it. You know,
Okay.
like, I mean, if you really look at, I mean, like you look at life any way you want, but
Right.
the bottom line is, you know, like you leave with what you come in with. You know, the astronauts, the only people get off the planet and then they come back. But, you know, like if you think about it, like, you know, like we're here doing our thing. You know, like that's why I say I believe in the, you know, creative power above, because you know there has to be some reason.
Why we're here? A
Like
purpose.
like a purpose, you know, like why are, you know, like, and then, you know, like everybody, you know, you get older, you say like what happens after, you know, like most people
Right.
wonder, you know, like people say like hey, if you could know the day that you're gonna die, would you want to know it? You know, like hell no, you know, like, I mean, 'cause their whole life and going shit, I got like, you know, like. I mean, as kids, we
I got 2 weeks.
I mean, as kids, I'll be honest. You know, we're like, man, if I'm getting ready to crash in a plane, I'm grabbing me a girl or something. You know, like I mean, like if I'm going down, not that, you know, like I mean, you see stupid things, but you know, as you get older, you experience life, and then you see. I think the hardest thing in life right now is watching people change. Like your friends, my friends, or you see people
I've seen it.
around you.
I've seen it.
Yeah.
I've seen
Everybody's
guys.
chasing something.
I've seen
that-
comedy
yeah.
guys that were regular dudes from the hood or regular up and coming guys change, man.
Oh, yeah.
How, for me, PJ, when I see that, man, I shake my head like, motherfucker, I knew you when you could not afford a fucking cheeseburger.
I'm not gonna
You know?
say
And I
stories.
no, don't say names. But for
Yeah.
me, if out of all these guys, there's a bunch of them. I have to get out of that realm of thinking about what pieces of shit these people turned out to be, you know? Because I thought, oh man, you're gonna be successful, you're gonna be more loving, you're gonna give more. But some, and I'm not saying all, but some, the more money they have, the more wealth they have,
They forget.
they get uglier.
Yeah.
How do you deal with that? And the people in your world,
I'll
brother?
be honest. Most of the people I deal with, you know, like that have money. I'll be honest. Probably 90% of them are miserable. I mean, they don't really have a lot of happiness. They don't, you know. And then as they
Why do you think that is, bro?
because it's fake happiness. It's not really. You know what I mean? It's not really. It's not really
Authentic,
heartfelt
yeah.
happiness. It's all about, you know, like image or stuff like that. It's like somebody said one day, they said, hey, this PJ, he's an influencer or whatever. I go, whoa. You know, like if I wanted to do that, I could. That ain't my gig. You know, people, yeah, I'm with people, but I'm like out having fun with them. We're just like, my friend came to town last week. I took him over to Pops' house, and he said after, man, that was crazy. I just met, you know, Floyd Mayweather's dad. He's such a normal person. I go like, you know, those are the good people that you know, like people. And I have people come up to me. They go, oh man, how do you hang around with him? Because they, you know, media paints pictures of people and their life like this. But
I don't want to know
Yeah.
is Willie Nelson a cool guy?
he is the coolest. His son is has a great band. The whole family's cool. It's just their outlook on life and how they look at things. Great karma. They believe in taking, taking care of people.
Okay, no.
It's like you look at Mel Gibson. People think, they hear all these stories and when he was slanging, saying stuff when he was drunk but at the same time you look at Robert Downey Jr. when he hit his lowest point and was addicted to drugs, had nowhere to go. Like Sylvester Stallone actually, Mel Gibson actually gave him a role in a movie that he had, and like reached out to him. Those are the stories you don't like hear about people unless you look at it. But that's rare. Most people, in honesty, want to see people. It's like you. I was joking with you. Hey, let's make a sitcom when the pandemic is the way my
he wanted to do a sitcom.
No, he thinks I'm crazy. I told him I'd pay for it, but like a sitcom, like I'm driving, through Arizona, and there's Willie with his suitcase because he's out of work. Because all the comedy.
Can I tell him?
And then I take him. By the time we go, I'm the comedian and he's a chef. That's the way my brain works. But it's kind of funny, because the pandemic,
I freaked out, bro. I asked a friend that would take weed from California to Vegas, and I asked him, "Hey man, do you think I can run the weed for you? Because it's lucrative, right?" And then this friend said, "Willie, I love you, but it's not in your blood."
Yeah.
This guy said it's not in your blood, and he goes, "And I know you'll get caught."
Yep.
He goes, "Who said that?"
You will get.
Do you remember who told me that? It was you.
I broke down on Hoover Dam, 500 in the old days, coming from Arizona with 500 pounds of weed in my car, and got a flat tire. And there you had to go across a dam. I literally had the police help me take luggage out full of weed, and me and my brother were changing the tire. It was crazy. We just.
They don't know it was weed?
No, because you had it wrapped in burlap sack that had chili peppers in them, and stuff, because so dog. Yeah, it was fucking crazy back then.
So the cops were helping you get
take the fucking luggage out, 500 pounds of weed while we chased. And they said, "Man, you guys are quick." And we said, "Yeah, I work for the off-road Mint 400. Me and my brother, we do pit stops." And they're like, "Damn, you guys are quick." Yeah, we had that motherfucker off and on there. It was like crazy. It's just, some people are, it's just, I don't know, me smoking, I'll be honest, I did disasters, so I was I used to feed during tornadoes and hurricanes in Mississippi, Texas, Arkansas, all the states that were totally illegal. Back then, one seed, you'd be, they lock you up. And the hardest thing for me was when we see that weed's getting them. That's a tight thing. The hardest thing for me was we'd be gone for 30, 40 days, so I'd have to take a half pound of weed or a pound of weed with me to smoke, and then you'd have to hide, because you're, in Texas, back then, it's still that way there.
See, I'm high as fuck because he's talking, and then all of a sudden I heard Texas. What fuck? Where you at?
When the day that we were going home from the champ show, and Mike had shotgun Floyd Sr. and stuff, and he was singing on the way home. He was so happy and stuff. And Floyd Sr. because Mike Tyson was shot. We were on the way home, and then we stopped at Bonds, and he kept grabbing packs of cookies.
Oh, you got the munchies?
Yeah, and he kept bringing them. Hey, and next thing you know, we had 50 bags of cookies in a carton.
No, he was a good dude, man. When I met him, I got to tell you, Faven, Floyd Sr. was he's a good dude, bro.
He's
you meet athletes, bro, with president from the past, whatever, and you got a 50-50 shot of they're gonna be cool, like anyone, right? But I just want to say, man, PJ, thank you, brother. Thank you for coming down. Came down from Vegas, bro, to chill with us, bro.
Thank you,
I want
PJ.
to give a shout out to my buddies at Whack-It.
No, we're gonna make a little video,
and
bro.
And also, I just want to say hello to Sheldon. I'm having Willie and his crew come up when All Access Vegas has their show in Vegas, and I hope you guys come up and man, you do a live podcast there or something. It would be great.
And that's Willie Nelson's boy.
So
band?
Sheldon's all access, so this will be a rap show. This will be a lot of rappers and stuff. You guys come hang out backstage. We'll get you passes.
These guys know the rappers.
Yeah,
like what? Give me some. This fucking old white boy right here knows fucking all the current rappers. Like, who do you know, bro?
I'm at the tank.
Who do you know? Watch this.
I'm at the
I don't fucking even know these guys.
I'm at the tank fight with Kobe Covington, and we're sitting there, and we're ringside, and these rappers. Because
give me names, bro.
Well, I can tell you them now because my son told me, and my friend sent me a picture and said, "Is that you?" Because I had my tie-dye on, so I stuck out. But I was, I guess I was pushing off on Little Baby.
Baby,
yeah. And so, so it was a video. I'll have to tell you the picture. It's a video of like, because it's tight, and I'm like, hey, dude, you got to, and I didn't realize it was him and 5 other, rappers, like big rappers, and like they were in the, like next to us in the ringside seats, and then my friend said, hey, you know who that was? And I was like, no, man, I just know it took forever to go through the metal detectors when we came in, because they had all this stuff on and stuff, but it was...
Well, I appreciate you, brother. I appreciate you, man.
I appreciate your friendship.
Nah, bro, we've been bros for a long time, man. And whenever I'm in Vegas,
I still remember the bus, the green bus. Remember, I had the little the green room. I brought that bus that had the stripper pole at your first show.
All right, yeah, okay. I don't remember, bro. It's my son, bro. What are you talking? Yeah. What are you talking about?
Well, there was us in there.
It was just us, bro.
Okay.
It's a long time ago, bro.
Somebody sat down, the smoke started coming out, the pole dropped down.
Before you were born, son.
Yeah.
All right, PJ.
It was all my fault.
No, that was fun, bro. It was a good after party.
That was a good after party. It was crazy because you had Dylan, I think, or something. You had like 3 or 4, but you were it was crazy, man. The show was off the,
It was fun,
I'll never
bro.
forget it.
No, it was a good party.
I think we're gonna be in Vegas in August 17th.
Oh, I'm at the Virgin, right? I'm at the Virgin.
Yeah.
And what's this? It's the old.
It's the old Hard Rock.
It's the old Hard Rock.
Yeah.
It's on the Virgin.
Yeah. No, they do some good stuff there. They do boxing now there.
Really?
Yeah. I took Floyd down today, and Richard Branson was there. It was kind of cool, man. He was like floating around, like.
That guy would seem. I would love to know that guy, bro, because he's always seems super fucking grounded, man.
Who?
Being
the Virgin Hotels. What's his?
The owner. What's his name?
The owner. He's always so...
Richard
Branson. Yeah,
Richard Branson.
Always
Okay. He owns the Virgin.
Yeah.
He's a multi-billionaire, bro. He owns the Virgin Airlines. He owns that hotel. He owns...
Cruise ships.
He just owns all... Yeah, cruise ships.
Damn.
He owns a lot of...
He's a risk taker, but he definitely thinks outside of the box. But, he's Richard Branson. But nice. Just always, friendly to his guests and stuff.
Well... I appreciate having you, brother, man. And I just want to say something, bro, and help me out with this, Fabian. We got something big coming up, right? Right, bro? It's gonna be coming up.
Yep.
And are we just teasing them, bro? Or we're gonna show them a little something at the end, or just teasing them right now? What do you think?
Let's tell them about it. Tell them about
Okay,
it.
a little bit. Tell them a little bit.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay, I shot a special. All right, a comedy special, and I'm proud of my work. I'm proud of what I did, and what are we gonna do, bro?
We're gonna put it on YouTube.
That's
Put it
what
on
we're gonna do.
YouTube for purchase.
That's the new way.
Normal people creep me out. Honestly, if you're normal, if you're in here and going like, Jesus Christ. Fuck you. Vegans in here, you fucking fake motherfuckers, man. You always post pictures of animals on social media, like cows and chickens and shit. Like, is that what you want? I'm like, yeah. But cook it first. Me and my old lady broke up, bro. So now stop it, fuckers. Don't make me cry. I'm walking around an empty house. The old lady left. Everyone's gone. She took the dog. I'm like, I can't believe this shit. And that's when I realized I had a cat. cat was just staring at me, you know? Come here, Kiki. He's just looking at me like, you know, you did this to yourself, right? Yeah, so July 20th, this is the first time we announce it right now. And then, July 20th. Check this out, people. We're gonna put a flyer right here. You're gonna see it. But we're doing a freestyle 90s party. And I know I hate the people when I put a promo and you try to correct me. Oh, those are singers. That's not freestyle. You know, métete el dedo, güey. All right, here it is. It's freestyle from the 90s, but also obviously like Expose, Lisa Coat Jam music, Stevie B, you know, that type of music. And you see, when I was going to clubs, we went from the freestyle, a lot of us that weren't as old as the other old freestyle fuckers, because I was a little younger than them, we went to hip hop, like R&B, you know, like Al-B Sure, like Tony, you know, and it was smooth grooving music, you know, and we're gonna have oldies. And I will never if I throw a party, I will never have a party without Chente, bro. All right? If I don't put some Chente on, man, you guys charge, you know what, I'll give you your money back. It's gonna be fun. Dress up, people, all right? Because we're gonna have a dress code. Don't come in looking like a bum, man, all right? Come in, bring your old lady, dress nice for her, impress her, right? Take a shower, put on some cologne, make her like go, damn, that's my man, all right? And then she's gonna do it for you. What do you think, right? Anything you want to add, bro?
Shout out to that guy who was at IKEA who recognized me from the podcast.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, this dude.
I was at checkout, and he was like, "Baby, podcast."
What's his name? You got his name, bro?
Look
at see, you already become a star, bro. You fuck what? I would have got his name. I would have said, bro, I'm going to say your name on the podcast. Fuck, look at you all red, dude.
I'm going to go back to IKEA in a couple days. So
so for me, shout out to Angel right here, who's always helping us out. Very, very creative. Big part of the podcast. As we evolve, as this group, you know, the home family podcast grows, we're gonna get we're gonna
you're high as fuck right now, huh?
Am I?
Yeah.
Oh shit! Am I getting too wordy?
You gotta miss the show.
All right, peace, motherfuckers.
He wakes up
All
tomorrow.
right, bro, it's over, Jake.